Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Spokane Steve, and this is Strat-O-Matic Baseball 1966 replay. And let's see who's here today. Hello there, Franklin. Hello, Michael. A very biased slant. You owe us a doubleheader in the near future. Well, you know, it's interesting you should say that because I'm pondering an idea. More on that later. Today we're going to move forward to May the 27th on the schedule, game 367 of the replay. And the Cubs, who played on Friday, they're coming home. They were on the road. They'll come home and host the Atlanta Braves for 3 games. This is the opening game of that series, and it will pit Wade Blasingame against Ernie Broglio. The Cubs lost a heartbreaker. In fact, the last 2 games, very close, maybe decided on managerial decisions. I've been second-guessing myself on some of the choices I made the last couple of games. Of course, it's easy to second-guess yourself, right? Hindsight's 20/20 and all. Frankly, you're kidding, right? Outside hockey? I don't think so. Let's take a look at these pitchers here. Blasingame's had a fantastic season so far, and as you can see, in complete contrast to his real-life numbers. Broglio's card, oh my goodness, that just looks absolutely ugly against left-handers. And not great against righties, yet he's fared pretty well so far too. Let's go to the numbers. Blasingame 5-1 with a 2.88 ERA. How about that? 7 starts. He's thrown 2 complete games. Only 38 hits allowed in 50 innings of work. Boy, when you look at that card, it just doesn't translate to that, does it? Broglio 3-2 with a 3.49 ERA. He's made 6 starts. He has a complete game. Only 30 hits in 39 innings of work. You've got to think, wow. Just like some of the great players off to slow starts are due for better. You kind of got to think that both of these guys are due for worse. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. But soon, and for the rest of their card. Okay. It's a holiday weekend still, coming out of Christmas, headed towards a new year. Here's the lineup for the Braves. Felipe Alou leads it off in left. Mac Jones will be in center. Hank Aaron in the familiar 3 spot in right. Eddie Matthews will play third. Joe Torre at first base. Gene Oliver will do the catching. Torre playing a lot of first base recently. Dennis Menke at short and Woody Woodward at second round out the lineup. Blasingame, the pitcher, hits 9th, the left-handed pitcher. Cubs have pretty much their regular team out there today. It's Hundley catching. Banks, Beckert, Kessinger, and Santo around the infield, with Brown, Phillips, and Williams left to right in the outfield. Hope everyone's enjoying a good weekend. Welcome to Philip Reynolds. Is there football today? Is this a football crowd? I show, about a half a dozen in the chat at the moment. And that's fine. I pretty much expect that on a Sunday. Okay, plate umpire says play ball. Just over 3,000 in Wrigley for this one, so a very small crowd on hand. But May the 27th was a Friday. It was a day game. Of course it was a day game, yes. 1966, right, yes, it was a day game. No lights yet in Wrigley. Felipe Alou steps into the box, batting .324, 4 home runs, 23 RBIs, 23 extra base hits in total, including a league-leading 7 triples. Brolio gets the sign, and we're underway here as we roll a 3-7 right-handed fly ball into center field, playable for Phillips, who flags it down for the first out. Good to get back to gaming again after a day off. Feels good. Dice feel good. Sound of that tower. Oh, yeah. Here's Mac Jones now. Jones off to a slow start. Remember, he was injured to start the season. Just 7 for 39 so far. He does have 1 home run. The pitch from Ernie Brolio is a 5-8 left-handed. That's a grounder to second base X. That'll be Beckert. And he is a 2E26, ranging to his left. The play on a 4, on the diving stop by Beckert, to his feet, throws him out. Oh my goodness, what a play by Glenn Beckert. It's a web jam. That's going to go as 4-3 exclamation mark as Beckert robs Mac Jones of a base hit. And with 2 down and nobody on, Major League home run leader Hank Aaron steps to the plate. Aaron has his average up to 233 now. 18 home runs, however, and 41 runs batted in. Brolio with the sign. Now the pitch. That's a 3-8 right-handed. It's a little comebacker. Brolio knocks it down, picks it up, throws to Banks, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Brolio. And just like that, after half an inning, it's Atlanta nothing, Chicago coming to bat against lefty Wade Blasingame. Cubs lineup goes as follows. Adolfo Phillips leads it off in center. Glenn Beckert at second base. Billy Williams in right. Ron Santo at third in the cleanup spot. Ernie Banks at first base. Byron Brown in left. Randy Hundley doing the catching. Don Kessinger at shortstop. Brolio the pitcher. Good hitting pitcher, by the way. He bats ninth. The Braves have Oliver catching. The infield, Torrey, Woodward, Menke, and Matthews first to third. And Alou, Jones, and Aaron left to right in the outfield. And here's Adolfo Phillips now to start things off for Chicago. Phillips comes in batting .303. 3 home runs, 18 RBIs. Blasingame ready to work. The left-hander winds and deals. That's going to be a 1-7 grounder to shortstop. Menke has it, throws him out. 1 out. Here's Beckert now. Beckert hitting .352 on the season. No homers, but 12 RBIs. The pitch from Blasingame is a 6-8 right-handed, and Beckert lines a single into left field. Line drive single by Beckert. Now let's check the battery. Beckert a star 16 stealer. Blasingame a +2 hold. Oliver a +1 arm, so that's +3 for the battery, making Beckert a 19. He'll be held at 17. Yeah, that's too good to resist. He's going to try for the lead. He needs a 7. 6 just misses it. And here's the next pitch to Williams. Left on left now. 3-12. It's a Lomax. He lines it to Woodward at second. Back to first. They've got a double play. No runs a hit. Nobody left. Scoreless after an inning, we move to the second. Excuse me, I'm getting some drink of my coffee here. It'll be Matthews, Torrey, and Oliver for Atlanta in the second inning. Eddie Matthews batting .232 on the year, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs. The pitch from Brolio is going to be a 4-7 left-handed, and he loses him, ball 4. A leadoff walk to Eddie Matthews here to start the second inning. Matthews no threat to steal, and the batter will be Joe Torre. Torre hitting .342. He's the leading hitter with enough qualifying at bats. 6 home runs and 36 runs batted in for Torre. The Braves, of course, lead the National League in runs scored with 215. And they've hit 49 home runs, spearheaded by Aaron's 18. Brolio set now from the stretch. The pitch to Torre is a 4-5 right-handed fly ball into straightaway center. Adolfo Phillips backs up a bit and makes the catch, 1 away. Gene Oliver, the catcher, steps in. Oliver just 8 for 44. It's a 182 average. He does have a home run. Brolio out of the stretch now. That's a 1-8 right-handed. Called strike 3. So home plate umpire Sikori rings him up. Well, of course, Franklin, who's playing today? Here's Menke with 2 down. Menke hitting .286, 4 homers, 17 RBIs. The pitch from Brolio on a 6-7 right-handed. That is a triple to 2 on a 7. He'll settle for a long single. Matthews rounds and heads for third. 2 down, runners at the corners, and the batter will be Woody Woodward. I think one of Michael Haynes' favorite players, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, Michael. Woody batting .277 on the season. No home runs, but 18 RBIs. Brolio steadies the sign now. Here's the pitch. It's a 2-8 right-handed. It's a ground ball to shortstop. Backhanded by Kessinger. Wings it across to Banks, and the side is retired. No runs a hit, 2 left on for Atlanta. Still scoreless as we move to the bottom of the second. And a greetings to Mike C., who's joined us here on a lazy, mellow, very quiet Sunday. Had some rain this morning. Still very warm for December. We're sitting around 37 in Spokane. Ron Santo will lead it off for Chicago. Santo, the Cubs' leading hitter, he carries a .381 average into this one. 8 home runs and a team-leading 33 RBIs. Blasson game ready to go to work now. The windup and the pitch to Santo. 3-6 lefty. He walks him. Looking at that threes column, almost everything in it's a walk. +3 battery once again, so Bassano a 16. 7 to get the lead, but 10 automatic caught. Banks is going to hit away. Ernie Banks hitting .254 so far. 3 homers, 16 RBIs. Last game from the stretch now. That's a 2-3 left-handed. It's a single right up the middle into center. An open single. Sano rounding. 11. Jones a 0. They're going to hold him up. And the Cubs put the first 2 men on here in the second inning. Here's Byron Brown. Brown on the season hitting .278, 7 home runs, which is third on the team, 22 RBIs. Blasson game in a jam here, first and second, nobody out, and here's the pitch to Brown. It's going to be a 3-8 left-handed, called strike 3. Sikori rings Brown up. Brown shaking his head as he walks away. And with one down, the batter will be Hundley. Hundley at 264, 6 home runs, 24 RBIs for Randy. Here's the pitch now from Blackingame. That's going to be a 2-4 left-handed. He pops him up on the left side. Eddie Matthews is there. And there's 2 down. So Blackingame now, 1 out for pitching out of the jam. And the hitter will be Kessinger. Switch hitting Kessinger, batting righty. Coming in at 264 on the season. No home runs. Here's the pitch from Blackingame. On a 5-8 right-handed, it's a grounder to second base X. Tough chance for Woodward, a 3E24 as he ranges behind the bag. Here's the play. On a 10, it's the E-range. The roll of 10. On an E24, he makes a fine stop and throws him out to retire the side. Nice play, Woodward. 4-3X, side retired. No runs, a hit, 2 left on. That sounds like a broken record, doesn't it? A walk and a single for the Braves in the top of the inning. They left them both. A walk and a single for the Cubs in the bottom of the inning. They left them both. I used my other fielding chart, by the way. I just cut it in half, the non-laminated version. I figure I have that as a backup. And I have print files from Ben on my computer. And hello to Thomas. Okay, scoreless ball as we go to the third. Here's Brolio. Blassingame will lead things off. He's a left-handed hitter. 3W. Here's the pitch now. 3-8. Struck him out. Fastball right by Blassingame. 1 down. Here's Felipe now. 0 for 1. Brolio checks the signs. The windup, the pitch is a 6-5 right-handed fly ball to center field. Phillips ranging back and makes the grab. So twice Felipe Alou's flown out to center. And with 2 outs, the hitter will be Mac Jones. Here's the pitch from Brolio. That's a 3-2 right-handed. A grounder to second base. Beckert charging it. On the run, sidearms to Banks, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Brolio. So both of these starting pitchers looking sharp today again. Amazing numbers from both of them so far. And the Cubs will have Brolio leading off, and then the top of the order, Phillips and Beckert. Brolio, a 5, right-handed hitter. No power, but he is a 5. Excellent threes column there, especially for a pitcher. Here's the pitch from the left-hander. It's a 5-7. Single to 3 on the 18. That's soft liner right into the glove of Woodward. Here's Adolfo Phillips now, 0 for 1. Blassingame staring in. Here's the windup and the pitch on a 3-6 left-handed. He walks him. Phillips with great speed. Not the guy you really want to be walking. +3 battery, it makes him a 20. Held on, he's an 18. He'll be held. And he's going to try for that lead, 3 through 7. Held at 18. He misses it on an 11. Here's the next pitch now to Glenn Beckert. From the stretch, it's a 5-8 grounder to second base X. This could be 2. Woodward, a 3E24, ranging up the middle. Here's the play. On an 8, it's the E range. An 8 on a 24. He's got it. Shovels it to Menke. Back to first, double play. 463X, side retired. We've played 3 innings here in Wrigley, and we are scoreless. Okay, to the 4th we go. Heart of the order for the Braves, Aaron, Matthews, and Torrey. Aaron bounced back to the box his first time up. Brolio gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Henry Aaron on a 4-7. He loses him, ball 4. Second walk issued by Brolio. Aaron, a star 19 Steeler. Let's check the Cubs battery now. Brolio is 0. Hundley is 0. And Aaron will have to be held at 17. With Matthews up, he's going to try for that lead. He needs a 7. And he gets the 4, no lead. Brolio staring in from the stretch to pitch to Eddie Matthews at the 3-2 right-handed. It's a ground ball to second, but with the runner held, A+, that's going to scoot into right for a base hit. Aaron will round and advance to third, and just like that, the Braves have runners at the corners and nobody out. Brolio rated only 5 for endurance. Let's take a look at Blasingame. A little bit better. He's a 6. We're not expecting either of these pitchers to get deep into the game. Unavailable list today is just one. That would be Fergie Jenkins. Jenkins worked the last game, and he worked a lot of innings the previous game. 2 1/3 or 2 2/3, I forget which. Okay, let's see how the Cubs want to play this now. Runners at the corners, Joe Torre up. Nate Oliver on deck. Torre, a slow runner. They're going to stay at double play depth. They'll give up a run to get 2 outs here. And now working out of the stretch, here's the pitch from Brolio on a 6-8 right-handed. He walks him to load him up. The Braves have the bases loaded and nobody out here in the 4th. No score yet. Atlanta threatening. And that's going to get them stirring in the Cubs' pen. Largely a right-handed lineup. Cal Kuntz begins to throw down there. Hundley still talking to Brolio out on the mound. Sikori says, break it up, guys. Okay. Hundley back behind the plate now. Brolio from the full windup. Pitch to Gene Oliver is a 5-3. It is a high fly ball to left center field. Back Phillips, back Brown, converging at the track, at the wall. It's gone. A grand slam home run by Gene Oliver. Holy crap. Let's take another look. 5-3. It's a home run in. Oliver has the power. And for Gene Oliver, just his 2nd home run of the season, and boy, was it ever a big one. A grand salami. And it's 4-0, Atlanta. Oliver's been catching a lot lately with Torrey playing first. Brolio looking stunned as he gets a new ball and rubs it up. Here's Menke. The pitch from Brolio is a 6-4 right-handed. It's a fly to center field X. Tough chance for Phillips. Phillips, a 3-9, racing back. Still going back on a 1. He's not going to get it. That's going to roll to the wall for extra bases. Out of the box quickly is Menke, and he's in with a stand-up double. And here comes DeRocher, and that's going to do it for Brolio. It's an early shower for Ernie Broglio today. He lasts just 3+, 4 hits, 4 runs so far. Runner at second, his responsibility. He walked 3 and struck out a pair. And Kuntz will come on. I'm laughing at Michael's comment. Kuntz has done a nice job out of the pen so far. This will be his 12th appearance. He's 1-1 with a 3.15. He'll be brought on to face Woodward. Blassingame on deck. Still nobody out here. As Kuntz takes his warm-ups. Checking on the chat now. And looks like Kuntz is ready to go to work here. Woody Woodward 0 for 1 today. Runner at second, nobody out. The wind-up and the pitch is a 1-6. That is a triple to 2 on an 8. It is an extra base hit. That's going to be an RBI double for Woody Woodward, and it's 5-0 as Menke crosses the plate. Third extra base hit for the Braves in the inning. 4th hit overall. And here's Blassingame. He'll swing away in this situation. Left-handed hitter on a 5-6, and he bangs a 2-star RBI single into right field. Woodward will score. It's 6-0. Blassingame helping his cause there with an RBI base hit. And the Braves have blown this game open here in the 4th. Came into the inning scoreless. It's now 6-0 Atlanta. Still nobody out. We go back to the top of the order and Felipe Alou. Alou flew to center both times today. Here's the pitch from Kuntz. On a 6-7 right-hander, it's a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Beckert. Beckert a 2E26. Could be 2. It's an 8. That's the dreaded 5, however, on a 26, and that's going to be off of Beckert's glove for an error. When it rains, it pours. Blassingame to second. First error of the ball game. And here's Mac Jones as the Braves bat around, and there's still nobody out. Kuntz gets his sign. The pitch to Jones is a 2-7 right-handed. It's a fly ball lofted into center field. Phillips waiting on it. And he catches it for the first out of the inning. And here's Aaron now. First and second, 1 down. Kuntz staring in. The pitch to Aaron is a 5-3. It's a high fly ball crushed to deep left field. Brown starts back, turns around, and it's halfway up the seats. 3-run blast. Henry Aaron, his major league leading 19th of the season. And the rout is on. Blassingame scores. Alou scores. 3 RBIs for Aaron. It is 9-0 Braves. We might as well start looking to the Cubs pen and see who's going to be the mop-up man here today. Here's Eddie Matthews. He's walked and singled so far. The pitch from Kuntz, a 1-8 right-handed. That is a double into the right center gap. Matthews in with 2 standing. Holy smoke, let's add him up now. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra base hits in this inning for Atlanta. Here's Torrey now. And we've just matched the biggest inning of the year, which was just done recently by the Pirates. You might remember it. Roberto Clemente pinch hit and led off with a single, and he ended up capping it off with a home run in his second at bat of the inning. That was just a couple days ago. The Braves have put up a 9 spot here. There's still only 1 out, and here's Torrey. The pitch from Kuntz on a 1-9. A bouncer back to Kuntz. He turns, fires down to Beckert for 1, on to Banks, double play. And mercifully for the Cubs, the inning comes to an end. But count them, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 runs for the Braves. On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, 2 walks and an error. And we've got a laugher here. It's a Sunday laugher, guys. Braves 9, Cubs nothing. Now give me a moment here as I have to fix these now. Just over 3,000 in the park to start the game. I think about 500 of them have already left. The Cubs will send the heart of the order up here in the bottom of the inning. Williams, Santo, and Banks. Blasingame feeling very comfortable now with a 9-run lead. Gets ready to go to work here. And here's the pitch to Billy Williams on a 2-8 comebacker. Blasingame snares it. Flips over to Torrey, 1 down. That'll bring up Santo. Walked his first time up. Wade Blasingame delivers. We've got a foul ball straight back as a die off the table. Blasingame getting a new ball. Rubs it up. Here's the next pitch to Ron Santo on a 2-6 left-handed. Ground ball wide to second, fielded by Woodward. Throws to Torrey, 2 down. And the batter will be Banks. Banks singled his first time up. Blasingame into the windup now. That's going to be wow. Never seen that one. Technically, it is flat, isn't it? That's my rule. Flat and on the table. It's flat. That's going to count. It's a 5-8 righty. Grounder to second base X. Woodward will be challenged again. He's a 3E24. And here's the play on a 5. He makes a fine play and throws him out. 4-3X, a 1-2-3 inning for Blasingame. So the Cubs fail to answer back at all. They go down in order in the 4th. We've completed 4. It's a 9-0 laugher. In answer to Michael's comment earlier, I'm toying with the idea of doing a mini marathon on New Year's Eve. Start the first game at the usual 1:30 Pacific and, to see how long I can go. I won't be up till midnight, I guarantee you that. I was up at midnight. I can't remember. Actually, I can. In the last 12 to 15 years, only one time did I make it to midnight, and that was 2 years ago. I was doing my snowbird trip to Morro Bay. I left winter behind for 7 weeks. Something I had always wanted to do and finally did it. Largely due to finding an amazing deal for a small apartment on Verbo. And then I was able to escape winter for a glorious 7 weeks. And somebody had said they thought there would be fireworks over the bay. Well, there weren't any, but I could not resist the temptation to stay up and try to see it, so I did. And of course, nothing happened, but no biggie. Okay, so that inning, we're going to block that out as we go to the 5th inning. Kuntz will come out again. Here's Gene Oliver to lead it off. Oliver with the big blow, a grand salami in the 4th. Kuntz into the windup. Pitch to Oliver is a 3-7. Ground ball wide to short. Kessinger over to Banks. 1 down. Oh, hell yeah, Franklin. I think we all do. Here's Menke, 2 for 2 on the day. Kuntz comes in with a 2-2, a liner right into the glove of Santo. A low max to be exact, and in this case the max is 1. And here's Woody Woodward, 1 for 2, RBI double, couple of fine defensive plays. Kuntz's pitch is a 6-4 right-hander. That's a ground ball to shortstop X. Kessinger ranging behind the bag, a 2E40. On a 15, he's there and throws him out. Side retired. 6-3X, a 1-2-3 inning for Kuntz. Still a 9-0 laugher here. Blasingame rated 6 for endurance. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Brown, Hundley, and Kessinger. If anyone gets on, that'll be the end of the line for Kuntz. Okay, here's Byron Brown. Brown struck out his first time against Blasingame. The pitch is a 5-7 right-handed, a single to 3 on a 2. That just is past the diving Woodward and sneaks into right field for a leadoff single. Five, 7 to 3, he rolled the 2, and he has himself a base hit. Here's Hundley now. Hundley 0 for 1. Blasingame from the stretch on a 6-12, swung on and missed, strike 3. Strikeout number 2 for Blasingame. Batter will be Kessinger. Moving into the on-deck circle is Ron Campbell. The pitch to Kessinger, that's going to be a 3-6 left-handed. It's a grounder down to third base. Matthews takes it, goes to Woodward for 1, to first, not in time. It'll be a 5-4 force. And now we will have a batter for Kuntz. We can close the book on both of these guys. Brolio started here. 5 runs charged to Brolio, all earned. Kuntz, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. Did not walk a batter. Did not strike out a batter. Ron Campbell's already been announced. And let's see who needs some work in the Cubs pen. I'm going to check my usage display here, see who needs work. Henley. Bob Henley. Henley's a lefty, rated 3 for relief endurance. Runner on first, 2 down. Here's Campbell. Campbell has not played much. Just one at bat, in fact, so far. He's 1 for 1, a single. Right-handed batter. Pitch from Blasingame on a 2-3, ground ball down to first. Torrey's going to take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, 1 left. I'm guessing, much like me, most of my crowd won't be out partying, let's just say. Will neither be partying nor seeing in the new year. I mean, I bet a couple of you will see in the new year. For myself, I just can't do it anymore. Okay, Henley will come on now, the 3rd Chicago pitcher. Blasingame will lead it off in the 6th. Left on left. Henley delivers a 3-6, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Blasingame fans for the 2nd time today, and here's Felipe Alou. Excuse me. Alou 0 for 3. Henley delivers on a 4-8. That's a triple to 4, and look at that. He rolls the 3, and Felipe Alou all the way to 3rd on the daily triple. His major league leading 8th of the season. Let's take another look. 4-8 righty, triple to 4. He rolls the 3, sure enough. Now, normally in this situation, I'd probably pull the infield in. Nine to nothing, I'm not sure. Yeah, what the hell. We'll pull the infield in. Let's play it straight up. Play it as if the score was a little bit closer. Left on left, Henley to Jones. That's going to be a 5-4 catcher's card X. Hundley a 2E6. Here's the play. On a 1, foul out to the catcher, no advancement. Nice play, Hundley. Now they'll push the infield back. And Hank Aaron will get a shot. He's already homered in this one. His major league leading 19th of the season. Wow. The Braves, just their 43rd game. Man, that's impressive. Henley with the pitch to Hank Aaron. That's a 3-5 lefty. Fly ball to straightaway center. Phillips backing up. He's there. And that'll do it here in the 6th. No runs, a hit, 1 left. They strand Alou at 3rd. And Michael is just not going to give Woody a break. For Blasingame, this will be his first inning of potential fatigue. He's a 6. And it's going to be the top of the order for the Cubs. Blasingame masterful so far. Just 3 singles scattered. Phillips 0 for 1 with a walk. Here's the pitch now. 6-7 right-handed. That is a double to 8 on a 4. That's down. It'll roll past Jones to the wall. Phillips into second standing with a leadoff double. A ringing double. That's going to get somebody up in the Atlanta pen. Kelly's a left-hander. Let me check the Atlanta usage reports here. I kind of know who I want to use, and I think he's been underused so far, and I would be correct. Clay Carroll begins to throw. Batter will be Glenn Beckert. He's 1 for 2 today. Blasingame with the sign. Now the pitch. That's a 5-6 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Wow. Beckert, not an easy man to strike out. Blasingame gets him swinging here, and here's Billy Williams. Billy 0 for 2. Left on left. Blasingame delivers a 6-7. It's a base hit into center. An open single. Phillips 16, Jones a 0. They're going to send him, and the Braves will cut it off and hold Williams at first. So Phillips comes in to score, RBI Williams. And now 1-hitter walk will fatigue Blasingame. 9-1 is the score. Ron Santo, the batter. Santo 0 for 1 with a walk. The pitch from Blasingame from the stretch. It's a 3-7, and he walks him. And here comes Bobby Bragan now. And that's going to do it for Blasingame, who is fatigued. If he still had the shutout intact, I might let him go another batter fatigued. But no point in doing that in a 9-1 game, and they're going to call on Clay Carroll now. Carroll coming on. Blasingame went 5 1/3. He allowed 5 hits. 1 run so far, 2 men on are his responsibility. A little wild, he walked 3. 1, 2, 3 strikeouts. Carroll, this is his 18th appearance. 2 and 3 with a pair of saves, but a very high 5.59 ERA for Carroll. Remember, he started the year as the Braves closer, and he kind of worked himself out of that role. Billy O'Dell and Chi Olivo have been more or less a closer by committee down there lately. The batter will be Ernie Banks, first and second, 1 out. Carroll set to go now, checks the runners. The pitch to Banks on a 6-7 right-handed, a grounder to third base. That's Matthews. He goes down to Woodward for 1. Wait a second, it might not work that way. First and second be on a 4. Yes, it does work that way. Goes to second for 1, on to first, not in time. That'll be a 5-4-4. Santo is forced. Williams takes third. That's 2 down. And here's Byron Brown. Interesting they don't have any of those ground ball Bs where he would step on the bag and get the lead man. I'm not sure why that's never occurred to me before. Probably because I play a lot of Windows games, Strat. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Here's Carroll's offering to Brown on a 2-5. Struck him out looking. Oh my goodness. Brown caught looking for the second time today, and the Cubs settle for 1 run, 2 hits. They leave a pair. We've played 6. It's 9-1 Braves. Hendley will come out for his second inning of work as we go to the 7th inning. It'll be Matthews, Torrey, and Oliver. Left on left. Henley delivers. It's going to be a 2-7 left-handed. Single to 18. That's a base hit into left field. Matthews takes it the other way, and he's on with a leadoff single. That's going to bring up Torrey. Torrey 0 for 2 with a walk today. Henley working from the stretch now. Pitch to Torrey is a 3-11 left-hander, and he bangs a single into right field. Matthews rounding 10 to third, 12. Billy Williams +1, 13. They'll hold him up. No point taking any chances in a 9-1 game. And the first 2 Braves reach here in the 7th. Nobody throwing in the Cubs' pen. Here's Gene Oliver now, 1 for 3, and it was a big one, a grand slam in the 4th. Henley ready to work now. Pitch to Gene Oliver. That's a 1-9 grounder to second base. It's to Beckert's left. He's got it. Only play is to first, and both runners will advance on the ground ball C. One away, and here's Menke. Menke 2 for 3 today. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch to Menke on a 3-7. Single into center field. That's going to score at least 1. Matthews can walk home. Torrey can try to score, but he won't. They're going to hold him up at third. And it's an RBI single for Menke. His 3rd hit of the afternoon. Now batting for Atlanta, Woody Woodward. 1 for 3 with a double. Infield at double play depth. Henley's pitch on a 3-6 fly ball to center field, B question mark. Phillips catches it. Torrey again could tag and score, but he will not. A 1 through 8 runner, he'll stay where he is. If the score was a little closer, we might think about it. And the batter will be Carroll. Carroll's a one-hitter's card, so we'll have to get a new card out. There we go. Right-handed hitter. And the pitch is a 4-4 fly to center field X. Tough chance for Phillips. 3-E-9. Here's the play. 10. It's the error range. The roll is an 8 on an E9, and it's a 2-base error on Phillips. That's going to plate another run. E8. Torrey scores. Menke stops at third. Carroll winds up on second on the second Chicago error of the afternoon. It's now 11-1. Felipe Alou tripled his last time up, 1 for 4 today. Henley with the pitch on a 6-12. It's a grounder to first base X. Tough chance for Banks. Banks a 3E13. Here's the play on a 1. He can't get it. That's a single. 2 more runs will score. Holy cow. 2-run single for Alou. Menke scores. Clay Carroll scores. Welcome, Jeremiah. Well, while you were taking down the Christmas tree lights, the Braves were taking down the Chicago pitching staff. And here's Jones. Henley not fatigued. He'll stay out there. Left on left on a 2-8. Struck him out. 4 more for the Braves. That makes it a 13-1 slaughter. They had 4 hits, left 1 on. There was an error. As we stretch for the 7th, holy cow, it's a 13-1 laugher. All right, well, I'm going to take a little break as usual. We'll fire up the Mookie cam. Just a minute here. I'm going to start a cup of coffee. It's been a long week and I'm feeling it. Mookie, what are you doing there, buddy? Taking a nap? Hell, I might join him after this game's over. There he is. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Bottom of the 7th we go. It's all Braves today. Hundley, Kessinger in the pitcher's spot, facing Clay Carroll here. Tell you, if I don't get any more energetic by Tuesday, the mini marathon may just be 2. I'm not making any promises once again, but I'm thinking about a double header at least on Tuesday. But after this Christmas week, I got to admit, I find myself in a very low energy mode, really trying to snap out of it here. Extra cup of coffee today. And of course, a very one-sided game does not elevate the energy level at all, right? Okay, here's Hundley. Carroll ready to work. Pitch to Randy is a 2-6 right hand, and it's a high fly ball to deep left field. Alou back to the track, to the wall. It's gone. Home run, Randy Hundley. And a round of applause from the handful of Cub faithful still in the park. 2-6 righty, it's to 13 and the roll of 5. And for Randy Hundley, that's his 7th home run of the season. Here's Kessinger now. Carroll gets the sign. 6'9" left-handed is a grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Menke. Menke, a 4.38. Hold your breath on this one. On a 16, he makes the stop and throws him out. Nice play, Menke. Now we're going to have a batter for Hendley. And I'm not even sure why. Almost let him bat and... I'm looking for Cub computer-only card relievers here. Jenkins unavailable. It'll be Bill Fall warming. Henley in his 2 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, single, 1 run in. That should have been the 3rd out, so only 1 of his runs was earned. No walks and 2 strikeouts. And we're going to give it at bat to John Boccabella. If for no other reason, then he hasn't played very much. Just 6 for 30 of the season. Here's the pitch from Carroll. That's a 2-5. Struck him out. Boccabella down on strikes. 2 down, and here's Adolfo Phillips. Carroll into the windup. The pitch is a 5-7 right-handed grounder to shortstop. That's Menke. Throws him out, and the side is retired. Cubs get a run on the Randy Hundley home run. And after 7 innings, it's 13-2 Braves. And welcome to Al, Red Sox fan. Bill Fall will be the 4th Chicago pitcher of the afternoon. And Hank Aaron will get another at bat here as he leads off the 8th. Aaron 1 for 3, a 3-run homer in the 4th. Fall comes in there with a 1-6, and that's banged into center for a leadoff single. Here's Matthews now. Eddie has not been retired today. Walked in the second. 2 singles and a double. Fall from the stretch. That's going to be a 3-9 righty. It's a grounder to second. Woodward has it. Throws to Torrey as, throws to... I screwed that all up, didn't I? Beckert has it. Throws to Banks as Aaron takes second on a 4-3 And the batter will be Torrey. Torrey 1 for 3 with a walk. It's Fall, Jeremiah, F-A-U-L. Here's Fall's pitch. 5-10 righty is a grounder to shortstop X. That's Kessinger. 2E40 as he ranges into the hole. On an 11, the E range. It's an 8 on a 40, and he boots it. 1 base error, Kessinger, the 3rd Chicago error of the day. And for the Cubs, some days it just doesn't pay to get out of bed. Aaron goes to 3rd. And here's Gene Oliver, the catcher. Infield at double play depth. Fall's pitch is a 6-7 righty, and he walks him to load the bases. Oh my goodness. Nobody throwing in the Chicago pen. No point wasting Billy Haffer, certainly not Abernathy in this one. And here's Dennis Menke. The base is loaded. He's 3 for 4 on the day. Fall, full windup. It's a 4-5. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Fall strikes out Menke. And here's Woody Woodward. Woody 1 for 4 today. Fall comes in there with a 3-10, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Fall with the bases loaded, fans too, strands him there. Braves leave the bases full in the 8th. Like they need it anymore. And here's Clay Carroll. He'll come out for his 3rd inning of work. He'll most likely try to finish this game. He's rated 4 for relief endurance. Cubs will have Beckert, Williams, and Santo. Carroll gets his side. The pitch to Beckert on a 3-12. Liner right into the glove of Eddie Matthews. Liner to 3rd, 1 away. Here's Billy Williams now. Billy 1 for 3. Carroll staring in. Here's the pitch. It's a 6-7 left-handed fly ball into straightaway center. Jones is right there. In his tracks, makes the grab. And that'll bring up Santo. He's walked twice, 0 for 1. The pitch from Carroll is a 5-3 right-handed. It's a grounder to the pitcher X. Carroll, an interesting 4E0. Here's the roll on the play. On a 17, that's the error range, and E0 makes the play, of course. 1-3X and a 1-2-3 inning for Clay Carroll. You got that right, Mike. (13-2) Atlanta. As we go to the 9th, Clay Carroll will hit. Right-handed hitter. That's a 3-4 grounder back to the pitcher. Fall has it. Throws to Banks. Here's Alou now. Alou 2 for 5. Pitch from Fall on a 6-8 is a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Brown at the track at the wall. Leaps up. It's gone. Home run Alou. Let's take another look at that one. 6-8 righty. The roll is to 8. Home run to 8. It is an 8. And for Felipe Alou, that's his 5th home run of the season. Too bad he didn't get started earlier with a double. Alou today with a triple, a single, and a home run. That makes it 14-2, and here's Jones. Fall into the windup. That's going to be a 6-10 left-handed. He pops him up on the right side. Banks will take it for the second out. And Hank Aaron gets to bat again. He's already homered once in this game, his 19th of the season. The pitch from Fall on a 2-6 struck him out. Run up by plate umpire Frank Sikori. So the Braves tack on an insurance run on the Alou home run, and they lead it 14-2. And welcome to Gerald. 82 replay. Yeah, I'm on a Thursday right now. Let's see here. I've played 513 in the American League, 450 in the National League, so 963 games in the books in the 82 replay. I believe I'm on a Thursday. When I complete the week, we'll have a stat update on that one. That should be coming up pretty soon. Okay, let's finish it off. Bottom of the ninth. Banks to lead it off. The pitch from Carroll is a 6-8 right-handed. It's a liner right into the glove of Eddie Matthews. Yeah, they go a lot faster on the computer, of course, Gerald. That's a Windows replay. Brown 1 for 3. Carroll comes in with a 4-11 right-handed and walks him. Not really what you want to do with a 12-run lead. Nobody throwing in the Atlanta pen, however, and here's Randy Hundley. He homered his last at-bat. Carroll checks the runner, now comes in there with a 5-3 righty. It's a grounder to the pitcher X. It's a 4-0. This could do it. Here's the play on a 19. That's going to be a single off of the pitcher. Holy cow. One-star single. Brown holds at second. And let's see, this is his... He got 2 outs there. 1, 2... So he's into his 4th inning. One more hit or walk will fatigue Carroll. And the Braves may not care. Billy Odell takes the jacket off just in case, starts tossing. Here's Kessinger, first and second, 1 out. Carroll with a 3-2. It's a ground ball to first base. Torrey goes down to Menke for 1. Back to first, not in time, and the inning's still alive. On a 3-6 force. Brown moves over to third, and we're going to have a batter for Fall. Batter will be George Altman. No, actually it won't. In a game like this, I can't think of a better time to get Joey Amalfitano his first at-bat of the season. He played in this game in real life. Right-handed batter. Computer-only card. 2 down. Carroll's pitch on a 5-6. It's a grounder to first. Torrey will take it to the bag. And that will do it. 14-2 slaughter by Atlanta. And I'll be back with the totals in just a moment. Fall work 2. Allowed 2 hits and a run. He walked 1, struck out 3. Carroll 3 2/3. He'll probably pick up the cheap save for that. The 3-inning save. The Windows game will award him that. Of course, in 1966, it didn't work that way, but since I'm using the Windows game to keep my stats, not really much I can do about it. We'll see how that plays out when I enter it. Blasson game gave up 1 run. Carroll 1 run. Carroll allowed 2 hits. 1 walk, struck out 2. Blasson game gets the win. He improves to 6-1. Can you believe this Blasson game? Brolio, of course, takes the loss. His record squares to 3-3. The totals for the game: the Braves 14 runs, 15 hits, no errors. The Cubs just 2 runs, 7 hits, and they made 3 errors. Thank you, Franklin. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Al. That sounds pretty good to me, Franklin, as far as player of the game. Oliver. Maybe Alou. Although the game was over when he started hitting. If he would have had a double and hit for the cycle, right, you'd have to give it to him. But yeah, why not? Gene Oliver with the big grand slam. That was certainly the big moment of the game, wasn't it? We're going to hand the Chief Spokane Gary Player of the Game Award to Gene Oliver. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you, everyone, for watching here on a very lazy, sleepy Sunday. Tomorrow, we're going to have the Minnesota Twins at the Cleveland Indians. That should be a good matchup. It's Camilo Pascual for the Twins, John O'Donohue for Cleveland. 1:30 Pacific, the usual time. Until then, I want to thank you once again and wish everybody good evening and enjoy the rest of your weekend as we count down to 2025. Take care, everyone.